head bow, eyes closed, let's start the whole of the head. Yahweh, who are God alone, as we come before you once again on your wonderful holy Sabbath day. Thank you for bringing us safely to another week. Thank you for the opportunity that you have given all of us to get to know the truth, to get to know you, O Lord. Help us to appreciate this opportunity and not take it for granted, because there are many out there just living with no purpose and not knowing you trying to live Lord. So as we go through the Sabbath day, please bless our minds with wonderful truth that will help us, that will save us as we prepare for the end. Be with the rest of brethren that are on their way, bring them safely and quickly. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. So today we will be continuing Soundmindedness, Sound, Judgement, and Sobriety. Right, so just recap the chart quickly and we'll move on, right? Because we want to finish today. Right, so sound-mindedness, sound judgment, or sobriety. So we learn that any attack or trials that we get, temptations that we get, the devil always seeks to attack our reasoning. The devil always seeks to attack our reasoning. Right? And the devil always seeks to attack our reasoning. Right? Anytime that we reason a particular way that is not motivated by faith, right? That reasoning is contrary to sound-mindedness. Right? So, for the past 2 weeks, we went through certain types of reasoning that are contrary to sound-mindedness. Right? And these are the type of reasoning that we went through that are contrary to having a sound mind. Right? And we saw Elpatitis rationalization or idol values rationalization. When a person reasons the night of their idols, this keeps us back from having sound reasoning. Right? I'm not going into them and give you just recap it quickly, right? Also prejudice or bias thinking, assassination thinking, emotional thinking, self-centered reasoning, vindictive reasoning, irrational or confused reasoning, frivolous thinking or suspicious thinking. All these types of reasoning, it keeps us back from having a sound mind. So, anytime you are faced with situations, you are faced with certain testing and trials, we have to ask ourselves, am I being emotional in my thinking? Am I allowing emotion to motivate the way I think? Am I being vindictive? Am I being irrational or confused? Am I suspicious? Am I frivolous? Am I reasoning in light of my idol values? All these things, when you are growing in your sanctification, all these things you have to pray and ask God to slow down your mind and show you where you are going wrong in your reasoning. Right? So all these types of reasoning, it causes a lot of conflict and a lot of trouble. Right? Next slide. It causes a lot of wrong things to happen. Right? So some fruits, we could look at Galatians. We just look at the scripture quickly. Galatians chapter 5. Verse 19 to 22. Galatians chapter 5, verses 19 to 22. 19 to 21, sorry. Right, Galatians chapter 5, verse 19 to 21. It says, now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these. So the flesh is the fleshly mind, the thoughts of the flesh. When you think according to your flesh, right? The thoughts of the flesh are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness. Lasciviousness here is unrestrained lust or selfish pleasure, right? Unrestrained lust or selfish pleasure, lack of restraint, selfishness or self-indulgence, right? All these are works of fruit of when a person lacks strong-mindedness, right? Lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, which is contention, one of the fruits, contention, emulation. Emulation here is like an unfavorable jealousy or zeal, right? Strife or rivalry, which is a desire to put oneself forward, right? A desire to put oneself forward. That's a recognition syndrome, right? Sedition or division. Heresy. Heresy is an opposing opinion. Some people always seem to like to play opposition, right? They always have an opposing opinion. Envying, murders, drunkenness, reveling, and such like, of which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they which do such things shall what? Not inherit the kingdom of God. Right? So all these truths are fruits or results of when a person lacks strong-mindedness, they will have all these problems. Right, brethren? So next time. So today we are continuing on principles of strong thinking. Principles of strong thinking. So here we have faithful rationalization. Faithful rationalization. Then we have rational assessment. Logically enhanced thinking. Quid pro quo or equitable thinking. Non-emotional rationalization. Selfless rationalization, and pro-agape rationalization. So we will be going through each of these today, right? So number one, faithful rationalization. You know, some people, a lot of us know the truth. We know the truth. Some of us are here longer, some of us not so long, some of us recent. We know the truth, right? But some people don't reason in light of the truth. Some of us sometimes we reason in light of the truth and sometimes we don't. Right? So, faithful rationalization. The word ration again, it comes from the word reason or reasoning. Right? That is when you connect knowledge. You connect a point with another point. Right? So, and faith is the revealed truth. The revealed truth of the plan of salvation. So, faithful rationalization is reasoning in light of the faith or the gospel of truth. Faithful rationalization is reasoning in light of the faith or the gospel of truth. So let's look at Titus chapter 1, verse 9. Titus chapter 1 and verse 9. We must reason in light of the faith or in light of the truth. Titus chapter 1 and verse 9. It says, It says, holding fast the faithful word. Holding fast the faithful word. So to hold fast the faithful word, you have to hold it in your mind, right? And it's not sometimes, it's all the time, right? So holding fast the faithful word, as he had been taught, that he may be able by what? Sound doctrine, both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. And the gainsayers here is contradictory. So a lot of times people like to reason in a particular way that contradicts the faith or contradicts the gospel. So we are being told that we have to hold fast the faithful words. And the faithful words are called sound doctrine. So we have to hold fast of the faith. Hold fast to sound doctrine. So we will be able to gainsay. We will be able to exhort and convince contradiction or contradictors. Right? You will be able to, when you reason in light of the eight, you will be able to see where you go wrong in your thinking. You will be able to see where another person goes wrong in their thinking. But yes, you have to make it a habit to reason in light of the faith. Right? So, just an example. Right? Anybody else could give an example, right? So, you know, sometimes people, there are lots of things that keep back people from reasoning in light of faith, right? One of it could be idle values. A person may have certain values, and all the time they would be reasoning in light of the faith, but when they come into practicing this certain thing or doing this particular thing, they take out of the mind. They put aside the faith and they would reason in light of their idol. Sometimes a person sometimes self-hinders a person from reasoning in the light of faith. And self is always a person's idea of themselves. Self is always a person's idea of themselves. So self, once a person has an idea of themselves, and usually that is usually with them most of the time. Once you have a wrong idea of yourself, right, that is usually with a person most of the time. And you'll have to use the faith to deal with that. But self always causes a person to not reason in light of the faith. So there's a lot of things, right? But you know, an example is like when it comes to our diet. Now we know that we are supposed to be vegan, right? But some people, when it comes to partaking of certain food, they would put the faith aside and they would reason in a way to make themselves feel comfortable at the time to partake of the raw food, right? But reason in the light of faith, the faith will tell you, now if you practice reason in the light of faith, brethren, it will keep us from a lot of wrongs and a lot of mistakes. And it will help you grow in your sanctification. Right? So, the faith will tell us, God says in the Bible, that our bodies are the temple of God. Your body is the temple of God. You were bought with a price. You are not your own. You are not to think, well, I am a big person. I can eat what I want to eat. No, you are not your own. Right? So we are supposed to glorify God in our body. Right? So you use the faith and you reason it out. You reason, okay, the meat. The meat, when it goes into your stomach, it doesn't digest properly. It's sometimes rotten in your stomach. Right? It doesn't digest properly. And if you want to eat the raw meat just like that, you cannot. You have to mix it with seasoning. So it's the seasoning that tastes good. Right? So you use the seasoning with something that is good. The cow milk, anything that has cow milk in it, a baby cow, when it reaches, I think the age of 3 years old, it doesn't, 3 years or 3 months? 2 years. I think it's 3 years old or 3 months. One of those, I heard it. But when the baby cow reaches a certain age, if it partakes of the mother's milk, it will die. It will die. And they are giving you and I to drink that very same milk that the baby cow cannot drink. That's right. And tell us it is good for our bones and good for protein and then we are supposed to be like Daniel. Daniel was a vegan. He partake of vegetables and water. So we are to be vegan. And you find, and Daniel is a person, he focused himself in his mind not to defile himself. So you use the faith, you're reasoning it out. Anything that you know you have a problem with, use the faith, reason it out. So when you do that now, the next time the temptation comes to you to do it, you would find it much more harder to fall to it. It will be easier to do the right thing. When once you use the faith to do it, you will have to kick against plenty truths in your mind as a reason. You have to kick against that to do the wrong. And eventually you will find that, I prefer to have a peace of mind. I prefer to have a free conscience. Because you will be eating these things and your conscience will be clear. Right? You're getting a lot of conviction. So use the faith to reason out everything you do. Find faithful purposes and faithful reasons to do the things that you do, and you will keep yourself from a lot of trouble and mistakes, right? We have the prayer and ask God to give us discernment, show us the truth, so we would know what to do when it comes to eating on our diet, right? So, the next principle of sound-mindedness is rational assessment. Rational assessment. So, some people are irrational in their reasoning. Some people get irrational in their reasoning, right? They get, sometimes it's because of emotion. Sometimes emotions get in the way and a person gets irrational, they get erratic, right? So a rational assessment, therefore, is a reasonable connection of mental knowledge that judges the knowledge value of a thing. Rational assessment. It is a reasonable connection of mental knowledge that judges the knowledge value of a thing. Right? So it's a reasonable assessment. You reason out whatever it is, you reason out to see whether it is good or bad for you. Yeah, you are assessing it. Right? So for example, people in the world, there are certain, the more late time gets, the more immoral the clothes get. And just now people are more naked. So let's do it already, right? But like the fashions out there, the leggings, the extremely short pants, the extremely short skirts, a young girl would go and she would buy it. And she would put it on, because everyone's doing it. She would put it on and she would see in the mirror that certain body parts showing, certain body parts outside. When she's walking every minute, she has to pull it down and fix. But she would get the thought, this is too short, look, I have to pull it down, it is uncomfortable. But then she would quickly put that aside and think, well, everyone's doing it, it's inside, this is what looks good, this is what is sexy. And she would reason like that and put it on and walk down the road and attract a lot of attention. Right? So yeah, you have to make she's not making a rational assessment. She's not assessing it to see whether if it is good or whether if it is bad. As a matter of fact, in the world today, it looks like the worse you reason, the better it is. The worse you reason, the better it is. That is the thing now with how people think in the world. The moment you go out there and you preach it to go, you say something that makes sense, it's like people prefer to sit down and just talk things that doesn't make any sense at all. Right? So you have to reason it out, whether it's your diet, whether it's your clothes, whether it's places you move, right? Or things that you do. You reason out the situation or whatever it is. You reason it out, you accept it to see whether if it is good or if it is bad for you.
Okay, so what about that? We go to the extreme video, right? But what about in the actual, in the church that we are, right? We know that the standard is the law, say but you might say, okay, you have a skin, it's not that long, it is not that many, it's below many, right? And in your mind, for some reason you find that good enough, you might open that closet or whatever, and you'll go there. Or with your complicated. What's the rational assessment in that? When you know the standard?
Well, you know, it depends on the person, because there are different people in here. Some of us here a long time, and those of us who here a long time should know better. Those of us who are here a long time, some not so long, but they have grown a lot in the faith, they know a lot in the faith, and you know we expect better. We know we have a certain standard of dress, and the rational assessment would be morality is the highest standard, right? But you know, some people who now come to the faith, they wouldn't have as much long clothes as I have, and they would have to get work clothes. So not because you see what sister so and so going to work in that certain length of clothes, you say, oh my God, look at that so and so in that short clothes. Because I remember when I first came to the faith, I used to work in a particular institution. We had a uniform and the shirt was up to our knees. But when I came and I saw the standard, some people when they learn certain things, they drop it quick. And then some people it will take some time. So you know, when I saw the standard, it started telling me, you know, I wanted the highest standard. You know, some people have to make up their mind. We have to want the best, want the highest standard, right? And I was worried because, you know, I want to wear long clothes, and you know, in that same institution on another branch, there's a Muslim, and she got to make her uniform straight on and wear her hijab. But when I requested to make my uniform longer, I got a big no. And that was very unfair. So a certain brother comforted me and told me, well, travel to work in your long clothes, and when you reach, just stay, be still. Right? Because where I was upstairs, we didn't used to come outside, so we just upstairs in the office, right? So I started doing that at first, and I used to feel bad. Sometimes they have to come outside and go for lunch, and it had sometimes I saw, but I show you. Oh my God. And I felt so horrible. I think that day I had enough pants through the uniform. And I felt so horrible. I said, you know what? I go in and make out some resumes and look for a new job.
Right.
That time I was going to get the travel for too, right? So it was up to a person and their development and you know their sincerity. But you know my encouragement for all, aim for the highest standard. Right? You have nothing to lose. The more covered you are, the better. Right? So it depends on the person. Right? So that would be the rational assessment here. And so that's it, yeah. So making a rational assessment to see whether in your own situation, reason out, assess the situation to see whether it is good or bad for you. Learn, practice doing these things and you will have success, right? So, you know, sometimes prejudice thinking also hinders somebody from being rational. Sometimes a person is prejudiced and it hinders them from being rational. Right? So sometimes when it comes, okay, they have to acknowledge a certain truth about that person, because they have that prejudice, they don't want to acknowledge that. They lose respect for the person. They don't want to speak to the person. They don't want to be around the person. They don't want to go take counsel from emotionally, and we have to be aware of all the wrong types of thinking that we went through. We have to be aware that we won't allow those things to affect our reason, because it will stop us from having a rational assessment.
Point was mentioned in the reform. We have to keep in our mind as women, that whenever, also women, men also, that whenever we go out, our life is to glorify God, not glorify ourselves. So whenever we put on any outfit or any whatever, we have to ask ourselves, when I put on this, who am I glorifying? Am I glorifying God or am I glorifying myself? And if you keep that in your mind and you want to glorify God, your dress, everything will show up very good that you are glorifying God. Amen. Amen. Right.
I was once in a class, health and safety, and the lecturer said, any question you ask, you have 2 days. It may be good for you or someone. So I'm asking this question. As you said, you used to wear the dress under your knee or so. It is a point that is against God's will.
Is it against God's will?
Yes, by wearing the short dress under your knee or something. That's what they do.
Right, so when you wear clothes that way, a woman, when she sits down, when she's going into a vehicle, or other things that she has to do. I remember when she sits down, it gets shorter. And so you have to keep pulling and fixing it so you could see things that you're not supposed to see. I remember in that same institute when it had flood, a lot of flood in all the place. Flood. Fire truck had to come and pick us up. And then we had to walk out from City Gate, and just outside City Gate it had a lot of water, nothing to be had. So we had to, they brought some army trucks. So we had to climb up on the army truck so that it will carry us over to get Maxine. And having one and scale like that was not good at all. So you know, it hinders us from doing a lot of things that for your own safety, so just to be moral, it hinders a lot of things. So yes, when you are exposing yourself, when you are hindering your own self from safety, even in emergency cases, yes, that would be against the will of God, because God wants us to be properly covered. God doesn't want us to encourage lust. God wants us to always be ready in certain situations, right?
Yes. People want to do this progress. You know, you have enough progress and it's going to all over. So then you are exposed.
Yes. So when there's a lot of situations, right? So,
based on what you were saying, point where that says she was right, right? I'm called to business today. Philippians 3:14. I trust toward the mark of Christ, the high calling of God in Christ Jesus. I believe the high calling, and yes, not everybody will be able to put up with the thing what he said, and to the time of the high calling.
Amen, yes. Very good. Amen. So if you know better, we should always aim for the highest. In our diet, in our dress, in the way we behave, anything that we do, we should always aim for the highest. Right? And don't allow idle values and a lot of different wrong reasons to hinder. Right, brethren? So the next one is logically enhanced thinking. Logically enhanced thinking. So, logical thinking is affected by a lot of things, right? It could be emotional thinking, it could be prejudice thinking. You know, logically, a lot of things hinder people from reasoning logically. If you have ever sat down with somebody and it's like they are all over the place, but if you have to correct somebody, they have a certain value, you have to correct them. And it's like you're speaking about A and they jump on X, Y, Z. And it's like to get them to think logical is difficult. Right? So logically enhanced thinking. Logically means you must calculate positions based on understanding it. You calculate positions based on understanding it. Right? And it must be motivated by faith, because not all logic is right. Right? There are some things that might seem to be logical, but it is not right. It must be motivated by faith. So logically enhanced thinking is a thinking that is logical and reasonable, following the principles of logic. Logically enhanced thinking is a thinking that is logical and reasonable, following the principles of logic. Right? So, an example. One of the examples that Brother gave a simple example. He was saying that, if there is a tall shelf and John Brown is tall, then it is logical that John Brown is tall, the shelf is high, so John Brown will reach the shelf as opposed to another person. Simple logic. Sometimes, when it comes to simple things, people just stop being logical because of a lot of different things. Emotions get in the way. Sometimes you are being corrected, right? You are being corrected that, something that you didn't behave in a particular way, didn't behave properly. Maybe I get angry, right? And it didn't behave how it's supposed to behave. And someone comes to correct you and they are showing you, look, the Bible says, be angry and sin not. Right? And you don't allow your emotions to cause you to sin against you. And the person will jump and say, well, this person do me this, or this person do me that, and so on, and they focus on things that are done to them. So, there's a lot of things that hinder people, or causes that defect or flaw in people's logic. Right? So we must always have a logically enhanced thinking. You reason out things according to the principles of logic. Make sure it connects point with point, but it is motivated by the truth. Right, brethren? So the next one is quid pro quo. Quid pro quo, or equitable thinking. Quid pro quo is Latin for so much for so much. A pound for a pound, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Right? So quid pro quo, so much for so much. Right? Or another word is equitable. So, equitable thinking. It is a balanced thinking with a sense of justice and measured understanding. A balanced thinking with a sense of justice and measured understanding. So, let's turn to Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6 and verses 9 to 11. Proverbs chapter 2, verse 6 and verses 9 to 11. Some people are not always equitable in their thinking. Sometimes they are just studying about their benefit, their own interest. And they lose that type of reason where they should be equitable. Right? So, while they are going through these points, you have to search yourself, and see, or when you go to such a situation, see if you are being equitable in your thinking, if you are being fair, right? If you are being just in the way you do things. So, Proverbs chapter 2, verse 9 and verses 6, and verses 9 to 11, it says, for Yahweh giveth what? Wisdom. Out of his mouth cometh knowledge and what? Understanding. Verses 9 to 11, it says, then shalt thou what? Understand righteousness and what? Judgment. Judgment is rational thinking. And what? Equity. Quid pro quo. Equity. Right? Equitable thinking. Yea, every good path. So from God we get knowledge, we get wisdom, we get a sound mind. And this sound mindedness that we get from God, which path to go, what decision to make. Right? This is the knowledge of God that gives us equitable thinking. Right? Verse 10. When wisdom entereth into thine heart, and knowledge is pleasant to thy soul, discretion, which is caution, proper judgment, discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. So you know, brethren, it is the knowledge of God, the faith of Jesus Christ that help us to have equitable thinking, help us to understand situations, to work it out better, to know if you are being just, if you are being equitable. Are you seeking your own self-interest? Are you seeking to justify yourself? You know, we must always be clear in your thinking. You know, some people, they will have prejudice against another person, and that person will be doing a good job. And, you know, when it comes to admitting, or giving that is that it. When it comes to admitting, yes, this person has this particular talent, and he or she is doing a good job in what God has given them to do, a person with prejudice thinking will not admit it. They will not give that is that it. They will not be clear in the thinking. Right? They will be biased. So there's a lot of things that hinder people from being equitable in their thinking and in their judgment.
That allows us to have the quid pro quo or the equitable thinking. Right? If you go to 2 Timothy chapter 3, and I read from verses 15 to 17. Now, brethren, we know these scriptures, but how well do we know these scriptures? Right? 2 Timothy chapter 3, verses 15 to 17, it says, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make thee wise unto salvation. To have the equitable thinking, you must be wise. You can't be foolish. Right? And it must have equitable thinking. Then you'll be unjust in how you reason. Right? It says, and that from a child thou hast known the holy scriptures, which are able to make you wise unto salvation through faith which is in Christ Jesus. Which is the same knowledge that God himself unto us. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of God. This is all scripture is given by inspiration of God. And it's the word of God that comes forth from God to us, through the Holy Spirit, then how much more we should use it in our living. It says, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, to be able to prove all things, to be able to have equitable thinking. You must have something that tempting to judge all things right. And it is the word of God that the scriptures identify it, that is that tempting so we could judge right, wrong, and therefore make the quid pro quo have equitable thinking, right? It says, and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction. So all this that is speaking about, to be able to correct wrong thinking, the Bible shows what the standard to correct that is the word of God itself. For instruction in righteousness, and as the scripture was identifying, then thou shalt understand righteousness is the very same scripture to help us to understand who God is. And that we get to uphold the standard of morality of righteousness. It says that the man of God may be perfect, thoroughly furnished unto all good works. This is unto all kinds of good. So, in everything that we do, is truly to understand that it is the word of God, that is the wisdom from God that makes us wise to be able to have all these principles of sound-mindedness, especially when and we are only going to critical of equitability.
Amen. Right? So, right, but however, brethren, there are some situations where you would not have to be equitable in certain situations. Right? There are some situations that call for you to be heavy-handed or severe. For example, someone has a young daughter. The young daughter goes to her friend, to spend time with her friend, right? She usually goes to her friend. But by this friend's house, there's this man, this pervert, who's always tracking, as they say, going behind your young daughter, right? So there are some situations where instead of saying, well, just don't speak with the man, because if the man is extremely perverted and he's capable of doing wrong things and causing harm, you would say, they have to stop going by that friend. So there are some situations, that's just an example, right? But then there are many situations where it depends on what it is. Sometimes it will cause harm or it will bring danger. Sometimes on Facebook, you have to be careful who you accept friend requests and things from. Young girls, they are looking for young girls. They plan to meet them at all kinds of different places and then go with these young girls, and you have to stop your child from going on Facebook, on social media. So there are a lot of situations where you have to be heavy-handed or severe when you make your judgment, right? And then there's the other hand where you do not have to be sincere. You do not have to be severe. You would have to be, what's the other one? The opposite of severe. Yeah, right. You don't have to be lenient, so you don't have to, as the Bible says, turn the other cheek, right? So let's look at Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 to 40. Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 to 40. There may be a situation where you may end up in an argument with somebody, a dispute. And let's say you get a slap from the person, right? So you would have to you would have to walk away, right? You would have to avoid the situation. Sometimes when the debate gets heated, sometimes you'll have to leave it alone. Sometimes you'll have to not tell the person anything. So there's a lot of times to avoid contention, to avoid a lot of wrong. You go the other way, right? So Matthew chapter 5, verse 38 to verse 40. It says, "Ye have heard that it had been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth, quid pro quo," right? "But I say unto you, that you resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take thy coat, let him have thy cloak also." Right? So there are times, brethren, when you will have to go the extra mile. Sometimes it will save the person. Sometimes it will be to avoid problems and avoid contention. Right? Or sometimes just to give the proper testimony. So sometimes you and your brethren might, might have a disagreement. Right? And sometimes some of us would just want to go and rebuke. Right? But there are times when they just leave it alone. Leave it alone and pray and just wait till the person, grows more in their sanctification, and you would have peace. Right? So there are some situations where you don't give an eye for an eye or tooth for a tooth. There are some situations where you go the other way just to avoid problems and to have peace. The Bible says, as much as possible, live peaceably with all men. Right? Right, so Brother Michael was just in verse 41 as well, right? It says, "And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain." Right, so sometimes you go the extra mile just for peace sake, for the person's salvation's sake, for, to avoid any unnecessary problems. Right, brethren? So, next point is non-emotional. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not sure if I was observing trying to or anything like that.
It is a balanced thinking with a sense of justice and mental understanding.
The reason why I ask for the mental is sometimes talk about equity or whatever thinking. And another chapter, chapter 18. Chapter 18, verse 29, it says, "Yet said the house of Israel, the way of Yahweh is not equal. O house of Israel, are not my ways equal, are not your ways unequal." And then Isaiah chapter 59 and verse 14. Right, Isaiah 59 and verse 14, it says, "And judgment is still now in backward, and justice standeth afar off, because it is stolen in the street, and equity cannot enter." So it shows the only time when equity will not enter is when it is fallen. So this is what you are saying. Okay, I'm not sure if I hear it wrong. You're just explaining that, right? It's okay not to have equitable thinking, it means it's okay not to have this upon this. What I think what you're saying is that
But also equitable thinking, no, what happens? Equitable thinking is also with a sense of justice. Right? Because when you told them, your ways are not equal and my ways are equal, it means God has justice in what he is doing. Right? So, when it comes to certain situations where you would not have to render, like as the Bible says, you would not have to render an eye for an eye or tooth for a tooth. Sometimes for a person's salvation's sake. Right? And you would certainly be motivated by truth. Sometimes for a person's salvation's sake, you know you move a certain way, as you know the scripture we just read. They sue you at the court, they sue you for your coat, you give them your cloak also. So sometimes for a person's salvation's sake, or for peace sake, for the testimony of the truth's sake, which is motivated by truth, you do it, you know, for that sake, and that is sometimes when it's not necessary to be an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Well, yes, it's still justice. But I was more thinking in terms, you know, because the word quid pro quo means so much for so much, and the same thing for the same thing. Right? Right. Imbalance, okay.
When you get down to the other water, the man is a full good. You are transferring and that type of justice, but it is fair justice and it is balanced justice. And you need to work with people and then you recognize what is the justice they want to do. It is fair justice, it is balanced justice. It is just balance. Yes.
Okay. Right, so Brendan, the next point is non-emotional rationalization. Non-emotional rationalization or non-emotional evaluation, right? So, you know, again, we went through certain points before that, you know, mostly women are emotional in their thinking when it comes to evaluate a situation, right? But non-emotional evaluation or non-emotional rationalization is a thinking and a judgment not influenced by emotion, passion, or feeling, but given that these emotions are subservient or submissive and a sensible part in their thinking. It is a thinking and a judgment not influenced by your emotions, right? By your emotions, passions, or feelings. But given that these emotions are subservient and a sensible part in your thinking. So simple. It means that you do not allow your emotions to motivate the way you think, but rather that those emotions be submissive or be influenced by the faith. Right? The faith must motivate whatever emotions or whatever feelings. You know, sometimes, for example, a mother with a child, sometimes a person with sound-mindedness would give a counsel and say, you know what, do this particular thing with the child because the child is giving trouble. Do this particular thing. And, you know, a mother who is usually motivated by sympathy for her child would say, you know what, I find that too hard. I'm not going to do that. Right? And you know, it hinders. And it does a lot of wrong. It hinders the mother from having proper judgment. It causes more evil to grow in the child because proper correction wasn't given. You know, and you know, brethren, a mother's sympathy, not motivated by faith, would kill her child. You will grow a criminal, you will grow a monster. And I know some situations where a mother's sympathy is literally making her child into a criminal. You know, and they would give certain counsels. Do this with the child, take these measures with the child. She finds that too severe, and the child is literally growing into a psychopath, controlled by evil angels, criminals, literally growing a monster in her home. You know, so we must not allow emotions not motivated by faith would cause a lot of evil. Right? So let's turn to Ephesians chapter 5. Ephesians chapter 4, sorry. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 24, and then verse 31 and 32. Verse 24, and then verses 31 and 32. Right? It says, verse 23, right? It says, and be renewed in the spirit or the experience of your mind, and that ye put on the new man, which after God is created in righteousness and true holiness. Verse 30 and 31 says, 31 and 32, sorry. Let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. So here we are being told that once we are justified by faith, the old or the emotions that are wrong, not motivated by faith, it must be put away, right? Verse 32. And be ye kind one to another, tender-hearted, forgiving one another, even as God in Christ's sake has forgiven you. So we are being told that once we are justified by faith, we have to put away the wrong emotions. We must not allow the wrong emotions to reign, and we must allow the faith to motivate tender-heartedness, compassion, and all these good emotions that are motivated by faith. Right? Right. So,
Daniel, the story of Daniel. Yeah, it will give you them when says that Jerusalem was destroyed because the education of the children was neglected. The prophecy was placed on record and repeated again and again by Jewish mothers as they taught their children. Yeah, it's in Hebrew Maxim, which says that Jerusalem was destroyed because the education of the children was neglected. The prophecy was placed on record and repeated again and again by Jewish mothers as they taught their children. Must my son be a captive in the court of a heathen king? Then let me portray him, that he will choose to the God of his fathers. There were other mothers who likely recount the soul, and the history of their son's life is recorded for our instructions. An example, Manasseh decided in favor of the leader David, did evil in the sight of God, and for the sake of Manasseh came the captivity of Judah. At the age of 12, Christ made a decision which saved the world. At the same time, Manasseh chose a course which brought ruin to the nation. In the training of your child, you Esther or Mary. Zedekiah, the third son of Josiah, had still an opportunity, that is after his brothers fell into sin and got retribution. Zedekiah, the third son of Josiah, had still an opportunity to save Jerusalem. Part of the treasures of this city was already in Babylon. Daniel and his companions had been on the board 17 or 18 years when Jeremiah came to Zedekiah with the words, "If thou wilt surely go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then the soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire." Obey. I beseech thee, so it shall be well unto thee, and the soul shall live, and thy soul shall live. In this time of peril, how did Zedekiah act? Well, as society gave the reason, his reason was not balanced. Right? He did not have logical or enhanced thinking or rational assessment. He did not have faithful rationalization, right? Or non-emotional rationalization. This is what he did. Did he deliver himself unto Babylon? God had committed it. The city would have been saved by it. His own soul would have been saved. Zedekiah pleaded a most human excuse saying, "I am afraid." In these three sons is revealed the weakness, the cowardice, and the wickedness, and the final ruin of those trained for the service of the Lord, and not for the service of the Lord. So, as the passage already said, based on his thinking, we can either bring restoration or salvation to souls, or we can bring ruin by the way we think. Amen?
The first part of that quotation is very important.
Yes.
Read it over again.
Josiah had
No. The first part is really about the Israelites. The mother did not train the children.
Yes. There is a Hebrew maxim which says that Jerusalem was destroyed because the education of the children was neglected.
Education of the children
Was right. The education of the children was given to the mothers to train the children, right? To educate them in the ways of the Lord, right? In the ways of righteousness. Let me just read a part here with Daniel.
And they see sometimes that is what called social unrest. Because sometimes you see big men and big women doing crimes, and if you were supposed to go back when they were childhood, they wasn't trained properly. And you find generations of criminals because they did not get training from their parents from young. And this is what the quotation is, that they neglect to train their children, and because of that, people have to deal with that evil after all of that training wasn't done to the children.
With the correct thinking and not based on emotionalism but based on faith, you would see them that in the court, it can either bring ruin or salvation to you.
Amen, right, Virgin?
This is a book of Daniel. It's taken from his book, the story of
emotions of sympathy to motivate the way we think and the way we reason and the decisions that we make. Right? We must allow the faith to motivate it, because there will come times when you will have to take certain stance or do certain things or give certain correction, certain punishment to a child. You would not do the right thing that the child needs for the correction. Right? So we must allow the faith to motivate and influence the correct type of emotions. Right?
Daniel had a godly mother who knew of the prophecy concerning the destruction of the city. She repeated to her son the words of God, that someday Hebrew children must stand in the hidden courts of Babylon. Carefully did his mother teach her son to read the parchment scrolls of the prophets. The history of Israel was studied. The story of Nadab and Abihu was told and retold. The effect of strong drink was impressed upon the mind. The laws of his own being was studied. He knew the excessive eating and drinking would so dull the mind that the voice of God could not hear. The song which these Hebrew children sang told the story of God's dealing with his people. It was in this manner that the image of God was engraved on their hearts. The education was not aimed in the schools of the time, for they had departed from the plan of God. But holy mothers, living close to the everlasting Father, led their children by precepts and example, by word and song, to form character that would stand the test.
Amen.
Right.
Right. So, the next point that we have is selfless rationalization. Selfless rationalization. This is a reasoning not influenced by selfishness or self-centered interest or idle values. Self must be put aside. Again, it is a reasoning not influenced by selfishness or self-centered interest or idle values. Self must be put aside. And again, self, when you hear the word self, when someone buys and we say self come up, self is always a person's idea of themselves. Right? A person's idea of themselves. Right? So self must be put aside. You must not reason in light of your own interest. You must not be selfish in your reasoning. Some people do reason in light of their own interests. They reason in a way that they would do things or not get involved in certain things because it doesn't profit them. They would reason in a way that, you know, this thing that I am doing, it must profit me, it must be for my interest, and if I'm not benefiting or profiting from it, they're not interested. Right? So you know, we must always let the faith motivate the way we think and reason. Don't allow selfishness, your benefit, your interest, your profit. Don't be just thinking about you. Right? We must put self aside. Christ said, if any man wants to follow me, let him deny what? Himself. Take up his cross and follow me. There is no self in Christ. Right? Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20. Galatians chapter 2 and verse 20. Galatians chapter 2 verse 20, it says, I am crucified with Christ. So self is crucified with Christ, right? Nevertheless, I live. That is the person, right? Yet not I, but Christ that liveth in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by the faith of the Son of God, who loved me and gave Pro-agape rationalization. Pro-agape rationalization. Pro meaning towards and agape is love, which is God, right? So pro-agape rationalization. This is the towards the love of God rationalization. Towards the love of God rationalization. It is a thinking or reasoning that thinks towards love for people and to honor God. It is a thinking or reasoning that thinks towards love for people and to honor God. You know when one of the persons had asked Jesus, which is the greatest commandment? He said, love the Lord thy God with all your heart and with all your soul and with all your might, and love your neighbor as yourself. That is how we are supposed to think. It is the greatest commandment. Right? So we have to think pro-agape. The way you are supposed to think is not with your own self-interest, but in love towards others. Your life is supposed to be a life of service to others. Right? And to honor God and to glorify God. So 1 John chapter 4. 1 John chapter 4 verses 7 to 9. 1 John chapter 4 verse 7 to 9. 1 John chapter 4, 7 to 9, it says, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not, knoweth not God, for God is love. In this was manifested the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might live through him. So we are being told that we are to love one another because love is of God. God is love. So because God is love, the way we have to think is that in relating to one another, we have to show the love of God to the person. So we have to look at how we relate to people. Or the situations in your environment, how you relate, the things you do that affect people. Everything you say, everything you do, you must be thinking about, one, to glorify God, and two, am I showing the love of God towards this person? Some people do things or operate in a certain way that it's just like they don't think about, okay, what is the testimony am I giving towards this person? What is the influence I have on this person? Some people think that, okay, they are just going to indulge in this little idol value here. And they just think about themselves. It's just me, I am doing this, I am in my own little world. And this is my idol value. And they give up the faith and indulge in the value. But what about the influence that you have on another person? Every one of us has an influence. So you have to think about the love of God towards people. The things that I am saying, the things that I am doing, am I giving out the proper testimony to encourage this person in righteousness? Or am I just encouraging this person to break standards, but to fall in their sanctification? And brethren, if we train our minds to think this particular way, we would all make it. And we would encourage others to make it. Those who are having problems with it, we would encourage them to come up. Always think, everything I say and I do, am I glorifying God? What am I saying to others who are seeing? What is the influence I am giving? What impact am I having on this other person? Right? So we have always to think pro-agape or towards the love of God. Right, brethren? Next time. So, brethren, I'll just move on quickly because we have to finish today, right? So, let's turn to Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 26. Galatians chapter 5, verse 22 to 26. So here are some fruits of sound-mindedness, right? So fruits of sound-mindedness, how would you tell if you have sound-mindedness or if a person has sound-mindedness? Some fruits are, number one, God is the ideal value. Pro-agape rationalization. God is the ideal value in the mind. Conversion, the person will be converted. Selflessness, they wouldn't constantly be thinking about their own self. They will be selfless, right? Compassion, they will have compassion for people. There will be peace, sincerity, humility, self-control or temperance. And this one, a mental habit of abiding. A mental habit of abiding. Right? So with this and this one, brethren, we must, I would say something about this one later on, but you know, we must pray and ask God and start this, a mental habit of abiding. Because a lot of times people go through their day and they don't make it a mental habit to abide in the truth, to reason out the truth. Right? They just go through the day, go to work, do your chores, and they don't make it a mental habit to abide in the truth. Right? So all these are fruits of sound-mindedness or sound thinking. So let's look at Galatians chapter 5, verses 22 to 26. It says, but the fruit of the Spirit is what? Love. What? Joy. Peace. Long-suffering. Gentleness. Goodness. Faith. Meekness. Temperance, which is self-control. Against such there is what? No law. So brethren, all these things are fruits of the Spirit. When the Holy Spirit is in you, these are the fruits that you will have. These are the fruits of having a sound mind.
Grace and peace again, brethren. You know, as I was considering the fruits of sound-mindedness and I would say if you had to put it on a hierarchy, the pinnacle of that hierarchy is God, is the ideal value. God is God alone, right? But the thought that the Holy Spirit impressed upon my mind just now, if we go to Revelation chapter 14, and we go to verses 6 and 7, look what it is telling the whole world about sound-mindedness. So Revelation chapter, amen, right? Revelation chapter 14, verses 6 and 7, it tells us this. And I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach unto them that dwell on the earth, and to every nation, and kindred, and tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, fear God, and give glory to him, for the hour of his judgment is come, and worship him that made heaven and earth and the sea and the fountains of waters. Now if we really truly dive deep into this scripture here, what we see is that the final call to the world is to have sound-mindedness, because you cannot worship God having with God in your mind. And if the fruits of sound-mindedness show that God is the ideal and it is the call that we have to give the whole world, then it must first of course start with us. That's why we have to have the pure church in these last days to be able to give such a call as that. So it really goes to show that when we consider this study, it really goes far forward than we could. Yes, it is for our sanctification, but even as Christ showed, is that he identified by his own life, he sanctified himself for their sakes, that they might be sanctified with the truth. That's why the message comes to us first, so that we can sanctify ourselves. So when we give this whole, the call, the final loud cry to the whole world, is so that they could have sanctification also, that they could have either the one or the two perspectives. What we will be, Brother Medina identified last Sabbath, and what we will be continuing to show them the relation between
the commandments of God being kept versus the commandments of men, or God being shown as God alone versus gods with God in the man. So this is a really important study, and I thank you very much, Sister Ashley, for it. Very good.
Right, so brethren, now these are just, I'm just going to read something that I was writing. Now these are just some thoughts in meditating on the study, right? So, this was on the point of emotional thinking, right? It says, and it will be connected to others, right? It says, the just shall live by faith. Has anyone ever taken some time to sit down and think about that, what that really means? The just shall live by faith and not by feelings. Many a times a lot of us put aside faith and live by feelings and other wrong ways of thinking. The just shall live by faith and not by feelings. When one waits for a stirring up of emotions before they perform an act of faith, they are by their experience claiming a false doctrine that says we are sanctified by our own works. The just shall live by faith. Live. So the person is already just, and he now has to live by faith, be sanctified by faith. But sometimes some people, but I don't feel like talking to anybody today. But I am angry with this person, I don't feel like speaking to them today. But I don't feel like getting up and go missionary work today. Or I don't feel like doing this today. And you know, some people, it's like they wait until they feel like socializing and then they socialize. Or they wait until they feel like doing what they're supposed to do and they are just waiting for a feeling. The just shall live by what? Faith. Right? While with their lips they say the just shall live by faith, with their actions they say, I am living by my own feelings, thus making their own emotions the source of motivation to perform righteous works and not God. When you do that, you make your emotions, your own self, the source of motivation to do righteous works. And that is righteousness by works. Right? So whilst you will be preaching against the evangelicals and the Jews, they do righteousness by works and so on, sometimes in your own experience you say the very same thing. Right? So, it continues. You do not wait for a feeling. You must operate by principle. Whether the feelings cooperate or not, or sometimes a person, they may not be feeling to do something. You don't operate by that feeling, operate by what? Faith. I want you to make it a habit. Continuous faith-directed actions. Once you make it a habit to operate by faith, those emotions will follow. Right? Until it becomes a faith-created habit to do what is right, and the emotions will soon follow and be subservient to the faith. Right? It continues. The mind has to be transformed. The old way of thinking is corrupt and deceitful because of idle values. Your way of thinking is not right in the eyes of God. God cleanses our minds using the faith. Our old way of thinking is cleansed or dead. Thus, when this is done, the habits will be inactivated. God dwells in our mind through the truth imputed in our minds, and He is greater than any habit. So a person may have a habit of thinking emotional. You may have a habit of thinking self-centered. Some people will just have a habit of thinking a particular way because we are born in sin and shaped towards iniquity. So what we have to do is allow God to change our old way of thinking and allow the faith to create new habits, right? Or new ways of thinking. So the last piece, it is the grace of Christ, His truth, not your own works, not your own effort or your works. It is the grace of Christ, His truth, that gives us the willpower or the appetite to obey. Meaning it creates the appetite in us to obey and not ourselves. Right? So those are just some thoughts, right? And working and meditating on these things. So do not wait for some kind of emotion to act up, to do some kind of righteous work, or to perform a particular duty. Once you feel safe to do it, just get up and do it. Okay, right? That's right.
What came to mind for me this morning, I was reading in Ministry and Health by Sister White. She was, what came to mind as she said that to me was the lady with the issue of blood. And this woman was sick for 12 years, having the issue of blood and going to the different physicians and stuff to help. But if she was selfish in her reasoning as to, going out. She went out, as you know the story of the woman of the issue of blood. She was very ill and in a lot of pain, but she did not let that keep her back. She went forth, and Sister White was explaining that she was in a crowd where it was just a lot of people that was close to Christ. But even with the pains and the afflictions that she was getting, she made her way towards Him to touch the garment of Christ. And when she did, He had to make, Christ Himself had to show that this woman is going through so much, but she still come to touch the hem of His garment. And so it's the same thing with us, when we like going through or whatever the case may be, by the faith of Jesus Christ, like I was explaining to my husband this morning. Sometimes we're going through and we just so timid with things, but we're not remembering God say, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I will be with you even till the end of time. Bring your burdens to me and leave them there. And these things, and so we use the faith of Jesus Christ to help us to push, to go by the grace of God. Yeah.
Right, so brethren, I just advertising this track here. This track is called The Struggle with Habits. Right? The struggle with habits. Right? And I would recommend everyone, if you mean business, if you are sincere and you really want to deal with yourself, you mean business, because brethren, I remember when I first came to this state, I said I did not give to play Dolly House. We're not here to dress up every Sabbath and just come to church and play Dolly House. If you mean business, you really want progress, advancement in the faith, get this track, the struggle with habits, and whatever problem that you have, reason it out in the light of these truths, and you will get progress and apply it. So in this study, one of the practical things in having sound-mindedness is a continuous mental rectitude. Continuous mental rectitude. Rectitude meaning a morally correct behavior or thinking. Right? So we must meditate on the gospel. Right? This is a protracted rationalism or cognition upon the truth. So protracted meaning longer than usual, and cognition meaning a mental process of acquiring knowledge. So you continually, longer than usual, you continually abide on the truth, work out the truth. You make it a habit to work out the truth. And that way, you will make new habits, which is the right way of thinking, to get rid of the old way of thinking. You will make new habits, right? So if you have a habit of always moving impulsive, you will now create a new habit to reason out the truth before you act, right? And the other point is a continuous faith-directed action. So a continuous faith-directed action. So some people continually reason out the truth. They will always be studying their Bibles. But when coming to really apply faith, they have a problem. So we must continuously meditate on the truth and continue
one quotation from this study, it says, let me see where this is taken. This is taken from Mind, Character, and Personality, right? Volume 1. Page 655. It says, many thoughts make up the unwritten history of a single day. And these thoughts have much to do with the formation of character. Our thoughts are to be strictly guarded, for one impure thought makes a deep impression on the soul. An evil thought leaves an evil impress on the mind. If the thoughts are pure and holy, the man is better having cherished them. By them, the spiritual pulse is quickened and the power for doing good is increased. So your thoughts make up the unwritten history of one day. You go throughout today, whatever you think for today makes up an unwritten history. Just imagine, brethren, if you have an angel next to you, write it down, your every single thought. Think about that, your every last thought. And God is seeing on your thoughts. So don't think, well, it's my mind, nobody knows what I'm thinking. No. God knows, God sees. So one impure thought, and some people think that they could just indulge one impure thought and then they'll just repent and go back. No. One impure thought, it makes a scar on your soul. It makes a scar in your mind and your experience. And now God now to give you the truth to destroy the idol value and the wrong thought, but it affects it in your experience. Right? So we must allow pure and holy thoughts to occupy our minds. And when you do that, she says your spiritual pulse is quickened, so you are now motivated to do the works, right? So but atomic and that's the last one, right?
Grace and peace. You know, as you rightly said, I sincerely believe that according to what Sister White said, you know, in my character personality, that feelings are just like a passing cloud. I can recall when sometime during the course of this week, I was about to go, some missionary work, and you know, I was by a friend, and before I left, I was like, you know, feelings, you know, the clouds of doubt, you know, and unrest, you know, settled down on me. God, I wonder if I should go. So I was there cogitating, you know, and having ambivalence about whether I should go. And then I started praying. And after I finished praying, there was a different kind of, you know, a different atmosphere. And when I went and I started doing the missionary work, and, you know, I felt largely different. I felt, you know, enormously different. I would like to, in brief, just to quote this passage from Sister White, Ministry of Love. She says, not to be absorbed by self-study of emotions. It is not wise to look to ourselves and study our emotions. If we do this, the enemy will present difficulties and temptations that weaken faith and destroys courage. Closely to study our emotions and give way to our feelings is to entertain doubt and entangle ourselves in perplexity. We are to look away from self to Jesus Christ.
So, must have fruits to face the end. The church, you as an individual, us as a church, there are certain fruits that we must have to face the end. And also, these are signs that you can look for. Signs to look for that a person has sound-mindedness. Signs to look for that as a church we have sound-mindedness. These are things to look for. And these are fruits that we should all desire to have, right? We should have restoration of peace between God and man, between you and God. Make that restoration. Repent, be converted, ask God to help you deal with the wrong ways of thinking and to help you to have sound-mindedness. We must have that restoration of peace between God and man. The result of that will be restoration of peace between brethren. As brethren, we must have restoration of peace. We cannot contention. We have to be united. The 144,000 is united, right? Pervasiveness in song preaching. We must be preaching song words right through. We cannot have no error. The 144,000 has no guide in their mouth, Revelation chapter 14. Because wrong types of thinking, emotions, self-indulgence, self-interest, recognition, all these different things, it will affect your doctrines. It will affect your doctrine. And you cannot be preaching false doctrine facing the end, right? Pervasiveness in song preaching. Pervasiveness in sincerity, Brother Medina did a study on sincerity. We must be pervasive in being sincere. We must be sincere at all times. Some people, when it comes to certain values, they give up sincerity, they give a lot of trouble. Time is late, brethren, and trust me, think about you facing a tidal wave. Think about you facing a tidal wave you are facing. Do you think you will be thinking about your idol value when you facing a tidal wave? Or a global earthquake? Or hail falling? You think you will be lusting after some woman passing when a tidal wave is coming at you? Or you will be thinking about the clothes or the shoes or the hair or the makeup or any idol value, you know that you have to think about facing a tidal wave or a global earthquake or 50 pound here and thinking you won't be thinking about that when it falls. Right?
Some people, when the disaster, they think about idol value. For instance, there's a video, with a natural disaster, you're trying to save this car. Why would they know if you're thinking about to sweep them on the car where they're supposed to sleep? Why they may not be lost and so on. Sometimes, if you come up on that self-person to be lost,
Right? But today I'm speaking to a congregation that have conviction, that have a certain level of sincerity. So the impression would be much more deeper now. But as the sister said, if you don't deal with it now, you will be like people who are still trying to save their car in the middle of a flood or tidal wave, right? For preparedness to minister to churches, that would be a result of having sound-mindedness. Right? We must be prepared to minister to churches. That is why we are being called now. We are being called to prepare. We have to minister to churches, and we cannot allow wrong types of thinking affect how we reason, because when we are preaching to people, we must be preaching sound doctrine. And we must be prepared to minister. We cannot have values and faults keeping us back. Right? Like the guy called from the Philippines, he wants us to send missionaries to the Philippines. We're supposed to have somebody on hand ready to send, so we must be prepared. We must have sound-mindedness to be prepared, right? Preparedness for global persecution. We must have sound-mindedness for persecution, right? We cannot be, we are being persecuted, and then we want to stand up and argue and defend self to people who persecuting us, and all kind of wrong reasoning, right? Preparedness for global persecution. And last of all, a mental settling, sealing to form the 144,000. We need sound-mindedness to have a mental settling in the truth, which will seal us to form the 144,000. We need sound-mindedness to do that, right? So all these must have fruits for the end, to face the end, and all of these only results from having sound-mindedness, right? So sometimes others may not agree with someone who has sound-mindedness, right? Sometimes you would have two brethren disagree, or someone with sound-mindedness, another person doesn't agree with them, and they would have problems. They would find they are not right. So what you have to do, what we all have to do is ask ourselves, am I emotional in my thinking? Am I prejudiced in my thinking? Is faith motivating my reasoning? Right? So all these things we have to ask ourselves. So brethren, over and over, Brother Medina keeps saying in all these studies that we are getting, time is late. We don't have time to indulge in idle values. We don't have time to give up Christ and go out in the world for a little bit and indulge in all kind of so-called pleasures and then come back. Time is too late for that. Sometimes some people is like, they think we have 100 years on this earth again. Time is late, we don't have time. Brethren, when the end comes, which is very near at the doors, when the end comes and you do not deal with things that you have to deal with, you are going to wish. You are going to regret. You will say, I wish I spent more time studying my Bible. I wish I was more sincere in dealing with myself. When you are facing global persecution, and you get in trouble in taking depression, taking the pains, and taking the suffering, when they take your child from you, when they put you in a jail cell with 20 other people, and they got in guillotines already, when they're going to chop off your neck, you will wish that you had studied your Bible more. You would wish that you were more sincere, and you would wish that you were dealing with yourself, you were more serious in dealing with yourself. You would wish that. Sister White said the things that are coming up on the world, you know, sometimes you have an event and the anticipation of the event is more than the event itself. Like you have a birthday party coming and everybody we're anticipating, and when it comes, well, it's not as much as the anticipation. This time it is not so. The kind of things that are going to happen in the end here, brethren, it is more than your anticipation. And every moment that we have now, Sister White said, when you are waiting for the bus, when you are waiting for the taxi, you are traveling, you are cooking, you are cleaning, you are working, study the truth. Meditate on the truth. Use it and do what? Continuous faith-directed actions. Apply it. Practical Christianity. Don't just study it and learn it. Do it. Start dealing with yourself. Stop thinking about others. Some people constantly thinking about other people. First, think about yourself and what you have to deal with. Because the time will come where you will think, if you don't deal with yourself, it will come when you will regret bitterly. Jesus said there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. So get prepared. Have the principles that we went through of sound-mindedness, take it, go through it, apply it. The struggle with habits, go through it, apply it. Whatever problems you have, whatever bad habits you have, take the truth and deal with it. Ask yourself, what am I willing to give up for Christ? Right? So, brother, we have to close up now. That's the end of the study. And I would like to thank God for these wonderful principles of truth. And I would like to thank Brother Medina for his dedication. Brethren, some of us, we don't appreciate some people that God put in our lives. I would like to thank God for him and his dedication in the truth, for we to have this very same truth, so that we could be helped and we could grow in our sanctification, right, brethren? So please let us close with a word of prayer. Our Father, which art in heaven, thank you once again for your wonderful mercies and love towards us. Please forgive us for where we have fallen short of glorifying you. Forgive us for where we have not taken our own salvation seriously. Help us to be more diligent. Help us to be serious when it comes to working out our salvation with fear and trembling. Help us to be willing to give up all and follow you. As we go throughout the rest of the Sabbath day, please continue to bless our minds. Help us to abide in the truth. Help us to slow down our minds and be aware of what thoughts we are allowed to dwell there. And help us to think only pure and holy thoughts. And help us all to grow in our sanctification and do all that we can to prepare for the end, because we do not have time. So help us to do all that we can and prepare so that we could be ready to glorify you and show the world that you are God alone.